Hey, have you ever looked at your computer screen at 3 in the afternoon and thought, is this really it?
Oh, wow. Starting with the heavy questions today, I see.
Exactly. Welcome, everyone, to the Talk English podcast.
The best place on the internet to improve your English by listening to real, honest conversations.
I am Olivia.
And I am Michael.
And before we get into today's deep topic, we have a small favor to ask.
Absolutely. If you enjoy learning English with us, please take a second to like this video.
Yes, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and join our amazing community.
It really helps us keep making these videos for you.
Totally. Now, Michael, back to my question.
Right, the 3 in the afternoon computer screen moment.
Yeah, have you ever felt that?
Definitely, I think everyone has.
It is that strange feeling where everything in your life looks fine.
Yeah, your job is fine, your house is fine.
But deep inside, something is just a little bit bored.
Or hungry for something else.
Exactly. And that brings us to today's topic.
Ambition versus reality.
Yes, passion versus paying the bills.
Oof, that is the big battle, isn't it?
It really is. We are talking about what happens to the things we wanted to do before we became adults.
Before life got so serious.
True, because when we're young, we have these clear visions.
Oh yeah, I wanted to be a pilot.
Wow, really? A pilot?
Yeah. What about you?
I wanted to own a tiny bakery by the beach.
That sounds amazing, actually.
Right? But then we grow up.
We get responsibilities.
We get credit cards.
We get rent to pay.
And suddenly, the beach bakery turns into an office job in the city.
Yes, a very practical office job.
And there is nothing wrong with an office job.
No, not at all.
But we want to explore why we let go of our inner voice.
And how to listen to it again without ruining our lives.
Exactly. And just a quick note for our listeners.
Yes, we're speaking at an intermediate English level today.
So if you do not understand every single word, do not panic.
Just relax, follow the context, and enjoy the flow.
We will also break down some useful vocabulary at the end.
So stick around until the end of the video for that.
All right, Michael, let us dive in.
Let's do it.
I feel like society gives us a very specific map for life.
Oh, the traditional map.
Yes, go to school, get a safe job, buy a house, save for retirement.
It is a very safe map.
But sometimes safe is just another word for boring.
True or unfulfilling.
Right. And people often use the word realistic to hide their fears.
Wow, that is so true.
Like someone says, I am just being realistic.
But really, they're just terrified to fail.
Exactly. They do not want to try and look foolish.
So they stay in their comfort zone.
Yeah, and the comfort zone is a lovely place.
Very comfortable.
Yes, but nothing grows there.
That is a great way to put it.
I think we all have an inner compass.
An inner compass. I like that.
Yeah, it's that feeling in your stomach when you're doing the right thing.
Or the wrong thing.
Exactly. But over time, we stop looking at the compass.
Because looking at it might mean we have to change directions.
And change is scary.
Super scary.
You know, my friend Sarah always wanted to be an artist.
Oh, nice.
But her parents told her artists do not make money.
The classic advice.
Right. So she became an accountant.
Is she happy?
She is financially stable.
Ah, those are two different things.
Absolutely. She makes good money, but she looks tired all the time.
That is the hidden cost of being too practical.
Yes, you pay for it with your energy.
You pay for it with your happiness.
So, how do we fix this, Michael?
Well, I don't think the answer is crazy and dramatic.
Like, do not go into your boss's office tomorrow and quit?
Please do not do that.
Yes, keep your jobs, people.
We cannot pay your rent for you.
True. But seriously, the movies lie to us.
How so?
In the movies, the main character just drops everything, travels to Italy, and magically finds success.
Oh yeah, eat, pray, love style.
Exactly. But in real life, making the leap takes planning.
It takes self-discipline.
Right. You do not need a giant leap.
You just need small steps.
I call it the 5% rule.
Oh, what is that?
Just spend 5% of your day on the thing you actually love.
I love that idea.
Yeah, if you want to be a writer, write for 20 minutes.
If you want to start a business, research it on your lunch break.
Exactly. You do not have to blow up your whole life.
You just have to make a little room for your passion
Just plant a tiny seed in the corner of your garden.
and water it slowly.
Because when you do that, you stop second-guessing yourself.
You feel alive again.
Yes, the color comes back into your daily routine.
I think another problem is caring too much about other people.
Oh, definitely.
We walk the traditional path because we want to impress our parents.
Or our neighbors.
Or people on social media we do not even know.
That is the craziest part.
It really is.
We buy things we do not need to impress people we do not like.
And we sacrifice our true goals to do it.
So, at some point, you have to ask yourself a hard question.
Which is,
Whose life am I actually living?
oof, that gives me goosebumps.
Right? Am I living my mother's dream?
Am I living society's expectation?
Or am I living my own truth?
That takes real courage to ask.
It does. But once you ask it, you cannot unhear the answer.
True, the illusion is broken.
Have you ever noticed how people talk about their dreams?
How do you mean?
They always talk about them in the future tense.
Oh, like, one day I will travel.
Yes. Or when I retire, I will learn to paint.
When I have more money, I will start my podcast.
Exactly. Someday is a very dangerous word.
Because someday never actually comes.
Right. On the calendar, there are 7 days of the week.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And someday is not one of them.
Haha, that is a great quote.
It is true. We keep waiting for the perfect time.
But the perfect time is a myth.
It does not exist.
Conditions will never be 100% right.
You will always be a little tired.
You will always have some bills.
You will always feel a little unprepared.
So you just have to start messy.
Start messy. I love that phrase.
Yeah, a messy start is better than a perfect delay.
Absolutely.
You know, it makes me think about hesitation.
Hesitation is a dream killer.
It really is. You get an idea, you feel excited,
And then 5 seconds later, your brain starts making excuses.
you think, oh, it is too hard.
Or someone else is already doing it.
Or, I do not have the right equipment.
And boom, the dream goes back to sleep.
It is so sad when that happens.
It is, which is why you need to build momentum.
Action creates motivation, not the other way around.
Exactly. People wait to feel motivated to take action, but actually, taking a small action makes you feel motivated.
Yes, just open a blank document.
Just buy the domain name.
Just send that one email.
Chip away at it, piece by piece.
Yeah, small progress is still progress.
You know, I read something really interesting recently.
What was it?
It was about regret.
Oh, that's a heavy topic.
A little bit, yeah. But they interviewed elderly people.
People at the end of their lives?
Yes, and they asked them what their biggest regrets were.
Let me guess, it was not about working more at the office.
No, nobody said, I wish I spent more time in meetings.
Of course not.
Their biggest regrets were always the risks they didn't take.
Wow.
They regretted staying in the safe zone.
They regretted letting fear control their choices.
Exactly. They regretted not speaking their minds.
That really puts things into perspective.
It does. It makes you realize that avoiding failure is actually a type of failure.
That is so deep.
Right? If you never try, you automatically fail.
True. At least if you try and fail, you learn a lesson.
And you get a good story out of it.
Yes, a very good story.
So we need to redefine what success looks like.
I completely agree.
Success isn't always a fancy title on a business card.
Or a massive house.
Success can be having a peaceful morning.
Success can be enjoying the work you do.
Success is feeling aligned with your inner voice.
Yeah, waking up and actually looking forward to the day.
Yes, that is the ultimate wealth.
Honestly, I think our listeners really needed to hear this today.
I needed to hear it myself, to be honest.
Me too. It is a good reminder.
So let's promise each other something.
Okay, what is the promise?
Let's promise not to abandon our weird, unique ideas.
I promise. Let's keep the ideas alive.
Let's stop giving so much power to being realistic.
And give more power to being authentic.
I love that. Authentic over realistic.
It would make a great t-shirt.
We should start a merch store.
Maybe next year.
All right, I think it is time to shift gears.
Good idea.
We used some really excellent vocabulary in this conversation.
We definitely did.
So let us review some of these words to help our listeners.
Welcome to the Vocabulary Breakdown.
Yay! Let us start with a great phrase you used early on.
Comfort zone.
Yes, the comfort zone.
What does it mean, Olivia?
A comfort zone is a situation where you feel safe, relaxed, and without stress.
But also, it is a place where nothing new or exciting happens.
Exactly. For example, you could say, I need to step out of my comfort zone and try public speaking.
Or, staying in your comfort zone feels safe, but it prevents personal growth.
Perfect. The next word is ambition.
Ambition.
Ambition is a strong desire to achieve something, like success, wealth, or a specific goal.
It is the fuel that drives you forward.
Yes. For example, her ambition is to become a successful architect.
Or, he has a lot of ambition. He works hard every single day.
Beautiful. Okay, here is another one. Hesitation.
Hesitation. This is a very common feeling.
It means a pause or delay before doing something, usually because of doubt or fear.
Right, like when you're about to jump into a cold swimming pool.
Exactly. That little pause is hesitation.
In a sentence, you could say she accepted the job offer without any hesitation.
Or his hesitation cost him the opportunity.
Great examples. What's next?
Next is an idiom, walk the traditional path.
To walk the traditional path.
This means making normal, expected life choices that society approves of.
Like going to university, getting a typical job, and settling down.
Exactly. For instance, instead of walking the traditional path, she bought a van and traveled the world.
I love that sentence. Or, there's nothing wrong with walking the traditional path if it makes you happy.
Very true. Our next phrase is make the leap.
To make the leap. This is an exciting one.
It means to finally take a big risk or make a major change after thinking about it for a while.
Yes, for example, after years of working in an office, he finally made the leap and started his own restaurant.
Or making the leap into a new career can be terrifying but rewarding.
Awesome. Next we have a phrasal verb, to second guess yourself.
Oh, this is a dangerous habit.
It really is. To second guess yourself means to doubt your own decisions or abilities after you've already made a choice.
Exactly. Like, you practiced for weeks, so stop second-guessing yourself and just give the presentation.
Or, if you constantly second guess yourself, you will never move forward.
So true. Okay, the next word is self-discipline.
Self-discipline, the secret to success.
Yes. It means the ability to control yourself and make yourself work hard even when you do not want to.
Like waking up early to exercise instead of sleeping.
Exactly. For example, learning a new language by yourself requires a lot of self-discipline.
Or, he lacks self-discipline, so he rarely finishes his projects.
All right, here is another useful phrasal verb. Let go of.
To let go of something.
This means to stop holding on to something either physically or emotionally, to release it.
Yes. For instance, you need to let go of your fear of failure.
Or, she finally let go of the past and started focusing on her future.
Excellent. And let's do one more great phrase. Chip away at.
To chip away at something.
This means to slowly and steadily make progress on a large task by doing a little bit at a time.
Like breaking a big rock into small pieces.
Exactly. For example, the project is huge, but if we chip away at it every day, we will finish it.
Or, he is chipping away at his student loans month by month.
And those are your vocabulary words for today.
Yes, we hope you write them down and try using them in your own sentences.
Learning the vocabulary is just the first step.
Using it is how you truly remember it.
Totally.
Well, Michael, I think this has been an incredible conversation.
It really has. I feel super inspired.
Me too. I might go work on my beach bakery idea right now.
Let me know when you open. I want the first cake.
It's a deal. But seriously, to all our listeners out there,
Yes, whatever your inner compass is pointing towards,
please do not ignore it.
you do not have to change your life overnight.
But you do owe it to yourself to take one small step.
Just 5% of your day.
Just chip away at it.
Exactly.
Thank you all so much for spending your time with us today.
We know your time is valuable, and we appreciate you giving it to Talk English Podcast.
Before you go, we have a question for you.
Yes, we want to hear from you in the comments below.
Tell us, what is one small dream or goal you have been hiding from the world?
Is it learning the guitar, starting a blog, traveling somewhere new?
Write it in the comments. We read every single one.
Sometimes just writing it down is the first step to making it real.
So true.
And of course, if you found this video helpful,
Please give it a big thumbs up.
subscribe to the Talk English Podcast channel.
And hit the notification bell so you never miss a new conversation.
We upload new podcasts regularly to help you master real-world English.
And if you want to keep learning right now,
You can click on the video on your screen to watch our next episode.
keep practicing, keep dreaming, and keep moving forward.
We will see you in the next one.
Bye, everyone!
Take care.